Stats versus facts. Ayy. Stats versus facts. Ayy. Know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He black. On the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Ayy.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Stats versus Facts. You know where we at? Sports Talk. It's your boy Marsh and your boy G Money.
What's up?
What's good?
What's good?
What's happening? And we are back. Man, quite a few things we got to talk about, bro. I mean, the sports world seems like
Sports never stops, man. Sports never stops.
Sports never stops, man. For reals. Choose, bro. Where you want to start?
I mean, I guess the most popular thing, right? The NBA, which is the most current.
Yeah.
Big news cycle.
Let's start with that NBA, man. What series you want to start off with? Because two of them, people getting smacked, and two of them is we don't know where it's at. Actually, three of them are getting smacked. But anyway.
I guess let's go to the West.
Okay.
Go to the West.
Let's start off with which one?
Let's go Jazz Clippers. Let's get that.
Jazz. Wait, huh? Oh, wait a minute. I was thinking Suns. I was like, wait, yeah, Jazz Clippers. I had Suns in my head. I was like, wait a minute.
It's okay. The Jazz and the Suns like kind of like similar, so I'm like kind of like I'm like, all right, say people.
So I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, Jazz Clippers. Donovan Mitchell, man. Our guy is he's on fire right now.
Yeah, man. He's showing people that he's right up there with the elite scorers.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. They're up 2-0 on the Clippers right now. He's outplayed both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
Yeah.
And again,
Luka deja vu from first round.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
But then again, I think Reggie Jackson has outplayed Kawhi and Paul George in this series too.
Yeah, definitely last game, man. He came through. I was like, wow, Reggie Jackson at least showed up.
Yep. Not defensively though. He's not
No.
Yeah. Offensively, yeah.
At this point, though, you have to kind of make your decision. You're like, do I want Pat Bev's going to give me 2 points and trying to play hounding defense, or do I want to go offense with Reggie Jackson and see if he can give me 20?
Yeah.
It's not a good decision to be in.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell had 47 the first game, 37 the second game, 39, shooting better than 50% both games. Like
just lights out.
The way he's finishing, he's Euro stepping, finishing, switching hands.
Quick, man.
So quick, dog. Like
Jesus, man.
Call him Dwayne Wade 2.0.
Yeah, and then it happened like Dwayne Wade's a minority owner in the Jazz team. I'm like, oh, bro. He's over here telling him on the sideline what to do. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. You talk about veteran leadership.
Yeah.
And having one as your owner, that's tough. That's really, really tough. So, I mean, I expected the Clippers to at least take one game.
Yeah.
They didn't even do that. But I will say this. The Clippers did hold the lead in game one. It was looking like it was going to go their way. And then, obviously, they went on a little drought, and the Jazz came back, started knocking down threes between Ingles and Bogdanovich and Mitchell and Clarkson. Game two, Clarkson had that backboard three. I was like, what the heck? I'm winding down. Okay, I mean, that's how you feel, right? So
something goes down like that, you're like, uh-oh, this is probably not our game.
Yeah. Gobert really hasn't been doing a whole lot offensively. Defensively, he's been doing all right.
He's holding down the paint. That's what he does.
The defensive player of the year again.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I still think the Clippers can beat them in 6, and I called that from the beginning. It's just their turn to, hold home court, which I think that they can do.
Yeah.
Something I would like to see the Clippers do is implement DeMarcus Cousins a little bit more, because every time that he has been in the game, he's actually had a positive impact.
Yeah.
I mean, he played 4 minutes, had 6 points. The other day he played 10. No, he played 6. Wait, it was 6 minutes, 4 points, something like that. 4 minutes, 6 points.
Yeah, he has like that little spurt. And he'll give you
And
like
then,
almost the same amount of points he does minutes.
right. And then the other day he had
Like 11 minutes?
11 minutes, 10 points.
Check this so we get the facts straight.
The stats straight.
Yeah. I can't even get that right.
Right. I was trying to remember that off the
He had
top of my
11 minutes, 6 points.
Yeah, 11 and 6 points, excuse me.
And then game 1, he had 4 minutes, 6 points.
Although he was a -2 this game, the first game he was a. You have to have been a positive. Yeah, he's a +6 game 1. So, and overall, he's still more of a positive than the negative. And we saw a little something there when they fed him in the post that I haven't seen from the Clippers is a bit of bully ball.
Yeah.
You know, going
He
out.
definitely can bully Gobert. Like Gobert is not he's like, that meme, that classic meme of Cat trying to go into Cousins. It's exactly the same thing with Gobert. He can definitely bully him if he wants to.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, man, Zubac ain't really giving you a whole heck of a lot. Batum is small. Give Cousins some minutes, man. He can pull Gobert off, out of the paint and make it easier for Paul George to drive because George is having a rough time, getting into the paint. And Cousins can also hit the three, and he's not a bad passer. So I'm just like, with Ibaka not being there, you're gonna need some type of production from big. And though Batum has been playing okay, give Cousins some run, man. I think it's that time. You need to do something else because,
Yeah, I thought we had kind of established that we needed to see more Terrence Mann. We saw more Terrence Mann in the Dallas Mavericks series. We saw a little bit of Luke Kennard. They were giving us positive, and then all of a sudden now it's just like, no, let's not do that. Let's go back to Pat Bev. Let's go give a little bit of. I'd rather see Rondo than Pat Bev, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Rondo didn't even get any time last game.
And I'm just like, what are we like? Can we go back to what was working? Like the chemistry was good. Things were going positive. They were getting a little more scoring out of people. I didn't really understand the moves, to be honest with you.
Yeah. A bit baffling. Kawhi he doesn't look confident, or something's off with his game right now. I was expecting him to, drop 40 like he did.
Yeah.
But maybe the Clippers just need to lose the first 2, then win the next 2, and then maybe they just have to do that. And this time it'll be in reverse. They'll lose 2 on the road, win the 2 at home, lose the other one on the road, win the other one at home, and then we're like, well, somebody has to win a road game, and then they happen too. So,
I think they have to catch their wind. I mean, getting off that 7-game series and then having to go to Utah with maybe the air is a little more thinner. Maybe that had something to do with it. They're going to have to catch a little bit of wind. I mean, but it all starts with Paul George and Kawhi. Like, it's like the same thing with the Lakers. Like, if AD and LeBron ain't going, you start to notice, like, oh, there's Caruso out there. What is Caruso going to do? What is a Wesley Matthews? Even though I think Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris should be performing a lot better, especially Marcus Morris. Like, he's kind of like the linchpin that has to perform. So it's didn't look great for them, but I still have a little bit of confidence in Kawhi, and hopefully Paul George comes through.
Right. No Conley for the Jazz. Not sure what his status is for game 3.
Yeah.
I actually think they're a little bit better without him. Weirdly enough, in this series, because it gives Mitchell a little bit more space to work. Also, you have Clarkson's able to put up a little bit more. Ingles, Bogdanovich, they're spreading the space, spreading the floor a little bit better. So it's weird. It's like they have like a little bit bigger of a team with Conley not there. So I think that's
I think Ingles can fit in that playmaking role that Conley left off.
Right. Because right now they're starting
Royce O'Neal, Donovan Mitchell, Bojan, Gobert, and I believe it's Ingles.
Ingles is still coming off the bench, I believe.
Yeah, it's Ingles.
Yeah, so Ingles is starting. Well, Ingles, for some reason I was thinking he's coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Well, he had 19 this last game, which is tough. And then the first game he had first game he had 8. So he played much better this game. Mitchell's scoring went down a little bit. Clarkson's went up. Ingles went up. I mean, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, if your star player shooting goes down, you would like to see the other players step up, and that's exactly what happened.
Exactly. So,
but it looks like the Clippers are not going to be able to stop Clarkson or Donovan Mitchell this series. I think they're just too crafty, too skilled players that too quick for the Clippers.
Right. And the thing about Ingles is that he's pretty good at guarding Paul George.
Yeah, they have a nice little rivalry going.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't have him starting, you have Conley starting. Now you're a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
And Conley's a good player, don't get me wrong, but I think with the larger lineup, they're able to go a little bit better and match a little bit better with the Clippers.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I was really thinking that Kawhi and Paul George from the initial talks were going to be able to shut down the other players and let Donovan Mitchell and Clarkson kind of, because we saw that earlier in one of the games where Donovan Mitchell and Clarkson were going off, but everybody was silent and were able to keep it close. Right. But as soon as everybody started to get going, then it was just like, well, we can't win this.
Yep,
especially if our players aren't showing up.
Yeah, Bogdanovich, Royce O'Neal hit a 3. I want to say Niang hit a 3 or 2 as well.
Shout out George Niang. I always liked him coming out of college. I didn't think he had the athleticism to play in the NBA, but he was always one of those players that like super intelligent, super smart, like really high energy player. So I was like, I'm glad to see him.
Right. Not in the first game. I mean, not in the second game. In the first game, yeah, he hit a 3 in the first game. He was 1 of 3. I mean, he played 13 minutes and he's giving you a little bit of valuable minutes. You know what I mean? So, Derek Favors, he's always gotten the short end of the stick. He's really not a bad player. He just been injured.
Yeah, he always gets injured.
Mm-hmm. But
that's a downfall of him.
Yeah. But yeah, you're mainly getting smacked around by, the starting 5 plus Clarkson.
Yeah.
This last game, George played better. He was 8-18. Kawhi was 8-17, only had 21 points. George did have 27 and 10, 5 fouls, but he also had he had 4 turnovers. He's making some dumb decisions. I was like, what are you doing, bro? So, it looks like his mid-range, the mid-range shots that he was taking, I was like, bro, you can make those. Why are you passing those up?
Man, this is the dilemma that is Paul George, man.
Yeah.
It's just like he should be talented enough to be a number 2. But you look at him and he's like, man, maybe this guy's like a number 3 at this point. Like,
yeah, possibly.
I don't know if I don't trust him to be the number 2. And he, like, throughout his career, you would think he's had the talent to be the number 1.
Right.
And now he's like, well, maybe we got to start moving him. Like, it's almost like a Middleton situation. Maybe we got to start moving this guy to a 3rd option.
It's like a Middleton Harris.
Yeah, like he's like in that group now.
Mm-hmm. Slowly but surely. I had one of my buddies tell me that Paul George is kind of in that realm to him, like a taller Westbrook, can't really shoot. I was like, dang. I wouldn't go that far. Yeah. But I said, I see where you're coming from. They're
on the different aspects of like the confidence factor. Like Westbrook has like the ultimate comment. He'll pull up if he's missed 20 shots. He don't care. He'll pull up. Paul George is that guy that just like gets nervous and starts passing it or fumbling it or shooting off the side of the backboard.
Right. Because truth be told, Paul George really should have taken that last shot in game 1.
Yeah. Nobody want that last shot. You notice that Kawhi past it. Paul George didn't want it. And I'm like, bro, y'all got to take that.
Yeah. Paul George is probably the clutchest guy on that team. Like he's still, I've said before, there's PBGs, professional bucket getters, or maybe I haven't said it before. But anyway, there's PBGs, there's PBGs, professional bucket getters, and then there's BSMs, big shot makers.
Yeah.
And Paul George right now is more of a big shot maker. He can still get his buckets, but that's kind of dwindled down. Right now, Donovan Mitchell is a professional bucket. He's a professional bucket getter.
It's weird because he has the finesse game, the more he can get. He has the more craftiness to his game. He can get to where he wants when he wants. But I ultimately still trust Kawhi to actually hit the shot. Like I don't
over
trust
Paul George.
Over Paul George, yeah.
I don't. I trust Paul George to hit that last second shot over Kawhi. Me personally.
Yeah, I just think Kawhi is the confidence level, the belief in himself. He always shows up. I just believe in Kawhi more.
Not in that game 5 when he airballed the heck out of that 3-pointer against.
It happens. I mean, you hit the
Toronto
shot.
Yeah, that Toronto shot bounced somehow popped in. But yeah, right now Donovan Mitchell is a PBG. I don't know if he's a BSM. I don't know if he's a big shot maker because at the end of the games, they get a little shaky. I don't know if you noticed that. It's like he knows how to get them there. I don't know if he knows how to close it out in this stage of the playoffs because the Jazz almost gave up 2 leads and could have easily been down 0-2 or it could have been 1-1. That's a little bit of my concern with them that could get them in LA if the Clippers, if they only have let's say a 2-point lead in the last minute, the Clippers could blitz them and come out with the 4-point win.
Yeah.
So it is a bit concerning. Jazz need to clean that up a little bit. I'm still putting the Clippers winning 4-2. I think they'll win the next. I think they can win the next 4. 4-2. Could go 7. Could go 7.
I still at the when I'm seeing, I'm like, Utah just too much for them. Like, I don't trust any of this. But then at the back of my head, I'm like, it's still Paul George, it's still Kawhi. Like, just like,
yeah.
In the back of my head, I'm just like, they could get back into this.
Yeah. Now this is a game. This is a win or go home situation. Like they gotta win this next game, or else they might get swept.
Yeah.
But that's what we were saying last series. So
yeah, they came back. So I'm like,
we'll see. We'll see if home cooking is where it's at for the
sleep in your own bed.
Yeah. But let's move on to the other Western Conference series, the Suns and the Nuggets. Suns are just dominating the Nuggets right now.
Yeah.
Like when you have when the highest score on your team has 18, but you're blowing the other team out by damn near 30.
Yeah.
That's a problem if you're the Nuggets. That's a problem.
We saw some of the issues in the Portland series. They just couldn't defend very well. Honestly, Portland and Denver in that series, they're not contenders. They're just teams that got into the playoffs.
Especially with Denver not having Jamal Murray.
Yeah, without Jamal Murray.
Barton, I didn't even know Barton played last game.
Yeah, he might be on a minutes restriction. So
yeah, but he had a block. But if you had both a healthy Murray and Barton, I would pick the Nuggets to beat.
Yeah, it'd be a fun series. But it's just now you've got your probably your second string Capazzo in there, and you've got Austin Rivers who was let go by the Knicks. I mean, you rely on these people, and then Michael Porter Jr. might have hurt his back. Now he's got maybe. So now you're just like, all right, bro, and that Suns defense is suffocating.
Yep. I mean, me personally, I think it's time. It's been time. Should have happened 2 years ago. Should have happened possibly 3 years ago. Time to play Bobo.
I mean, why not? You don't got anything else to lose.
Yeah, why not is the question I've been asking since last year before.
But there are coaches like Mike Malone, Popovich. They're the type of player that they won't deviate from their plan. They won't deviate from their rotations.
They're going to
just keep going.
Well, Mike Malone is going to deviate the Nuggets from winning the championship. That's what's going to happen.
Possibly.
Yeah, because they telling you from one year to another, somebody get hurt or something happens. They should have won, didn't win. Another team gets another superstar. They elevate. And it's like, damn, we got to climb up to them. They need it. Like, when are you going to go for it?
It's going to be fun when Bobo goes to like OKC or Detroit or somewhere where he's able to play, and then he's going to have fun.
Yeah, maybe he comes to San Antonio.
Nah, Pop won't play him.
We
He's like Mike Malone.
We don't know how much longer Pop's going to be in San Antonio.
Yeah. He'll still be in the front office, probably.
I don't know. I'm
I think he's the type of guy who will leave, right? You think so?
Who, Pop?
Yeah, he just, once he's done, he's done. He'll be like in a grape field somewhere. Drinking
his wine.
Yeah. I'm out. This is
I think
enough
once
for
he's
me.
done, he's done. I really do. I think once he's done, he's done. But yeah, I still think something in me still thinks that Bobo will play with and this will probably have to be after Zion's rookie contract is up. I think they may all end up going to Charlotte. You're gonna have
if I was Michael
Lonzo.
Jordan, like I've talked about this on the pod already. If I was Michael Jordan, I would get Lonzo.
Yeah,
I don't care about. I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be fun.
Yeah, get Lonzo, sign LiAngelo, grab Zion and Bobo, and then I think Michael Porter Jr. was supposed to be a part of that group too, or something like that.
Yeah, just leverage all those relationships. And try to get.
Yeah,
just have fun, even if you're not a contender. Just be exciting, the most exciting team.
Mm-hmm. You're already excited with Miles Bridges. Oh my gosh! How do you do?
Already had like years of being like the Charlotte Bobcats and this awfulness. You're just like, well, let's have some fun.
Yep. So, let's jump over into the Eastern Conference. Philly, Atlanta. They're playing game 3 in Atlanta. Philly is going to win this game. Trey has 28, Collins 23, Bogdanovic got 19, Gallinari 17. You would think that would be enough, but Embiid's got 27. Harris has 21. Ben Simmons has 18 points.
That's what
like,
we
what
need.
The heck?
That's what we need right there.
Seth Curry's got 12, and then you got Dwight Howard with 12 points off the bench, Cork Maz with 14. Like, all around, hey, Philly's taking care of business. This is the Philly team that I saw from the beginning of the season that I said could beat the Nets.
Yeah.
If they play consistent like this and close Atlanta out in the next 2 games and go 4-1, I think they're going to give Brooklyn a hell of a series.
I hope so, because I had Lakers Sixers in the finals. So
I did too originally.
That's where my money's at. So
I don't want to see the damn Nets in the Clippers.
Yeah, so we're hoping for this. I'm hoping for the Bucks to take them as far as they can.
Yeah.
The Sixers to get out fast.
Yeah.
And hopefully make this a series.
Yeah. It's
But the Sixers are getting bench production finally. I was a little worried about their bench for a while. But then the game before, Shake Milton had gone off, and now you see, now you see Korkmaz going off tonight. Milton had a little bit of points. Thibault, Dwight Howard, like you mentioned, it's like they got some bench production. Now this makes them even more dangerous if they're able to. And then, of course, Ben Simmons, our guy, begging him to score at least 15, 16. I mean, he should be averaging 18 to 20 just off athleticism and size.
Exactly. And he has 5 fouls tonight, which is fine. Thibault actually fouled out.
Yeah, it's just waste all the fouls, bro. just play tough D and just waste all the fouls.
Pretty much. I mean, you can't stop Trae Young. I mean, 28 is tough.
Yeah.
Bogdanovic is 19. John Collins at 23, but you're getting practically nothing from Clint Capella, although he did have 16 rebounds.
Yeah.
Gallinari at 17. You got nobody else helping you off the bench. Herter only had 3.
The big one's Herter. He's been dropping like 18, 20 points.
Yep. DeAndre Hunter, you lose defense with not having him and not having Cam Reddish to score too. You got to resort to playing. I mean, Lou Williams had 8. Tony Snell came in the game, had 0 points. Haven't seen that guy in a long time.
Defensive guy doesn't really offer you any points, just like Solomon Hill. Both defensive guys that don't really give you points.
Yep. Solomon Hill has to start for Hunter.
Yeah.
He only had a point. So Yeah, Atlanta, you know, came out firing, you know, looking kind of good at first, but now it's looking like that run might be coming to an end. Like it should, you know, Philly should be winning this. So let's not, you know, get too crazy. Philly should be winning this, and now they're starting to take care of business. I think they woke up after game one and were like, all right,
smacking.
they're very close to finally making the Eastern Conference Finals. This would be like the first time since AI.
Yeah.
Back in like 01. Whenever they went to the final.
I was trying to go through all like Andre Iguodala. Who else has been there? What's my man's name? The point guard that's super underrated. That's all fundamentals. Man, what's his name? Like, it's on my Andre Miller.
Oh, yeah, no. They didn't
make it.
Drew Holiday in that Sixers team when they beat the
process
Derrick
started.
Rose team. You remember that when they beat the injured Derrick Rose team?
Yeah. And it's been a long road to the process.
Should have gone against the dang Raptors. That should have been their year.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like to me, this is probably one of their best chances of getting out of the East. Mm-hmm. And on the West side, this is honestly the Clippers' best chance to get out of the East. Like no LeBron, no AD, you ain't got to worry about them boys. Mm-hmm. I mean, Utah is playing well, but you should be able to handle them because you are very similar to LeBron and AD being, you know, the wings. You're the wings that should be dominating the game, and you're not doing it. You know?
Yeah, especially without the Lakers, and then Golden State will be back.
Yeah, they'll be back.
And then, so
you don't know if they'll get past Luka no more.
Because Luka probably hopefully get a better team, but if you're the Suns, I mean, you probably should have lost in the first round to the Lakers.
Yeah.
So this is definitely like your chance to get up there, Suns.
It's probably your chance to get to the finals, man.
Yeah.
Is Jamal Murray hurt? Like you pretty much you're going through all the hurt people.
Yeah, Chris Paul's on his, I don't want to say last legs, but I mean the end of his career is coming up.
Yeah.
And then if you're Utah, all your guys are in the 30s, mid 30s, except for Donovan Mitchell and Gobert.
Yeah.
Conley, Ingles, Bojan,
Favors.
Yeah, all these guys are old, so this is your windows now.
Mm-hmm. Well, Clarkson, I don't believe he's in his.
Yeah, Clarkson's young.
He's actually he's almost. I know he's like 29. He might be 30 actually.
Like he's been around forever.
He graduated.
Lakers Clarkson, Cleveland Clarkson.
Yeah. I want to say Clarkson is 29.
29, yeah.
Will be 30 this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, it might be the Jazz's best. Well, I think the Jazz will have another.
They're in their window.
Yeah.
They're in their window where they need to get something done.
Yeah. If the Clippers don't get this, I don't know what they can do.
DeMar DeRozan.
Probably. That's what I'm thinking. You let Kawhi walk and grab DeMar DeRozan. I mean, that's.
Or they trade for DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah. I mean, what the heck would you get? What if you were the Spurs? What would you want?
Nothing, but they would. I mean, if DeMar wants it, you're gonna have to make it happen.
What would you get?
You would get like Marcus Morris. What else?
He didn't even want to be here in the first place. I don't want him.
Or yeah.
They probably sent us something like Luke Kennard.
Yeah, Luke Kennard.
And Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, I'll take Batum.
Jeez, man. I would say, hey, give us Paul George. I'm cool.
If he flames out another series, you're like,
yeah, but at the same time,
I mean, it's the best we can do.
You know what? He hasn't had he hasn't had the opportunity to be the number one guy in a while. So I'm like, okay, let's see if he can be the number one guy again.
He'd be the number two guy.
Hey, some guys are better being number one than number two. Some guys actually are hurt by being the number two guy over the number one guy. It's weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Very, very weird.
And you could always trade him later on if you wanted to get more picks and better player.
Exactly. Let him boost his value up. Hey, think of Paul George and Derek White comes back healthy with Murray. Maybe you never know.
A little frisky.
You know what I mean?
Maybe someone will want to come.
Exactly. Maybe because we still have all that cap. Maybe you're able to get a marketing or probably not a Collins now, but get somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe Karl Anthony Towns says, "Hey, I'll come to San Antonio and pair with Paul George." It'd be a weird pairing, but yeah.
I hope they don't get Miles Turner. Side note, I hope they don't get Miles Turner.
Miles Turner. He has gotten injured a lot. He is a good defensive player, but
no, I mean to the Timberwolves, because then Timberwolves.
Oh, the Timberwolves. Oh, I thought you were talking about
I don't want them to be good.
Would they be good?
Cat at power forward. I think that's his more natural position, like AD.
Oh, Catapult. Yeah.
He's a better perimeter defender than he is an interior defender.
That's true. Because it was the battle between him and Jahlil Okafor. And
then if they get the number 1 pick and they pick Cade, and they got Cade, Anthony Edwards.
Oh gosh.
Miles
will they
Turner.
go with Cade or will they go with Suggs?
Nah, you have to go with Cade.
Okay.
Or he's like a tier above everybody.
Or would they go with Davion Mitchell?
Oh, nah.
Maybe they go something crazy and pick like Luka Garza or something. I don't know.
I mean, they could always do the Anthony Bennett, right? It's the Minnesota Timberwolves, so I wouldn't be like surprised, but I don't even think they could mess this one up if they get the number 1 pick.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Let's go to the other series, the Bucks and the Nets.
We have life. We have a little bit of life.
I mean, the Bucks did hold the Nets to. This was an old school.
Yeah, the worst NBA game I've seen in a while.
86 to 83. Like, jeez. And
Teams
both Giannis and
halftime.
Both Giannis and Middleton had 30.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Drew Holiday under 10, right?
Yeah, and had the game winning. So he's the guy. He's probably your clutchest guy. He's the guy I'd want the ball in his hands at the end of the game. Made that layup. And what the hell was Bruce Brown doing?
Hey, you're a star, man. You gotta go. You gotta go when it's a scramble. You gotta go. Hey, if Bruce Brown could play power forward and center at 6'4", he probably believes in himself quite a bit.
He does.
He's over here shooting floaters in the mid, like he's like 6'10".
Yeah, he definitely is. That was quite a sight to behold. I remember when he was coming up against the Spurs and killing us. He had like 20 on him. So
I was like, this guy right here.
I was like, sheesh. Yeah, Durant had 30. Really struggled though. He took 28 shots, only made 11 of them.
Yeah, Milton was on him most of the night, and he did a really good job on him.
Yeah, Irving had 22, was 9 of 22. Bruce Brown had 16. Joe Harris 1 of 11. Ooh.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin only had 5. Claxton 2. I mean, the bench didn't really give you much. Middleton 35. Giannis 33, and between Middleton, Giannis, and Lopez, they had 30 rebounds, and they ended up with 56. The Nets only had 50, so I mean, they out rebounded them pretty big. They used their size advantage, even though freaking Lopez only had 3 points.
Bro, come on.
And his shot was a 3.
It's like, if you're gonna play big, be big down there. I don't need you to be outside. Like, I don't understand like what they're doing. I mean, I still don't believe in the Bucks because they still tried to lose this game. They still almost fumbled this game. But it's like you got Giannis pulling up for 3 like he's Dirk, like shooting fadeaways. I'm like, bro,
1 of 8 from the 3-point line. Ooh.
Like, bro, what are we doing here? Like,
I'm fortunate that Middleton came out and had his best game of the series, or else
they
might have only had 70 points.
Mm-hmm.
But credit to him. 3-point shooting was abysmal. 8 of 32 for the Nets. Bucks were 6 of 31. I mean,
It's Point City.
This is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, KD's had a rough series. You know, I mean, he had 30. I get it, but 20 shots, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And against the
this is what I didn't expect them to hold them to like 80 points, obviously, but I did expect the Bucks to play like this kind of defense to make it hard on them.
True. I guess I have to take that back because KD.
He balled out the first two games, right?
He was 12 of 25. The first game with 29 points. Second game, he was 11 of 16 for 32 points. No, 12 of 18 for 32 points. Yeah. Just that game, he struggled.
Middleton got really into him, and he was forcing him to have a hard time.
So did PJ Tucker.
Yeah, PJ Tucker too. I mean, that's all you can do is just hope they miss.
Because really, had the Bucks lost this game, it was about to be a sweep.
Yeah.
But now, I think the Nets will probably end up taking them out in 5.
Oh, yeah, the Nets are still going to win this series, but it's just like, at least they didn't get swept.
Yeah, at least they got one. Now, I will say this. If the Nets lose game 4, I'm going to raise my eyebrows a little bit and be like, okay, what y'all doing now?
Yeah.
Now, do we think it's going to happen? Of course not.
No, I think it just takes too much pressure to hold a team like the Nets under. Like, it just takes too much mental fortitude and pressure and energy to do all this. I don't think it's capable. I don't think the Bucks are capable. And what I've seen from them for offensively, like just their discombobulation, just like they don't know what they're doing. It just looks like a mess. And I knew the Nets would have Nets are guaranteed at least 1 or 2 bad shooting nights where they're just off, and you can probably take a win out of those games, but other times they're going to be on, and I just think they're going to be on next game.
I agree. I would have to agree with you. So,
but if you're the Bucks, you're like, okay, well, we got 2 of our stars going.
Mm-hmm.
If Drew Holiday gets going, maybe we can turn this thing around. So they look a little more positive probably on their end.
Yeah, I mean, you have to hope that Middleton can still be on next game.
Yeah, they need something from PJ Tucker, Bobby Portis, Forbes. I mean, you got to get something from these guys. Pat Connaughton.
Yeah, even the other even Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, throw him in there, dude. At least he has energy and hustle.
Yeah, he came up with a big block.
Yeah, I'm just like, they need something.
Definitely. So yeah, that's the NBA. As far as we know right now, they said the Nuggets and the Suns are playing as well. And I mean, it's early. Suns are up 11-6. Pretty sure that they might sweep them at this point if they win this one.
Yeah.
So, now, as I normally do a basketball trivia, I got something for you, G-Money.
Okay, shoot.
So, I saw this posted earlier. You get 10 years to build around one of these duos.
Okay.
But the ones you don't pick go to division rivals. Who you got and which? Okay, that's a run-on sentence. Okay, let me start over.
Can I be the first?
You got 10 years to build around one of these duos, but the ones you don't pick go to division rivals. Who you got and which is the worst option? All prime, guaranteed health, early 2000 rules. These are the pairings. You have Luka and Dirk, Donovan Mitchell and Karl Malone.
That's random.
Jason Tatum, Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Carmelo Anthony, Ray Allen, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know.
Jokic and Melo is pretty much a better version of Porter right now.
Right.
So there's that. Obviously, AI and Embiid,
Mhm.
kind of what the Sixers need is a closer guy that can get you buckets, and that's AI.
No, this is 2000 rules.
Yeah, the domination of Embiid,
Mm-hmm.
not Luca. Who's okay? Who was it was Luca, Dirk? Who's the one next one after that?
KG Tatum.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going KG Tatum.
Okay. You also have Donovan Mitchell, Karl Malone.
I'm good on that.
I'm going Luka Dirk.
Yeah.
I'm going Luka Dirk. KG Tatum that's not bad. Me looking at that again, because at first I thought that was Kemba Walker. I was like, looking at that again, that's tough too though.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be. I can make cases for all of them. Jokic, Carmelo.
Yeah, it's just with Jokic, the defensive factor.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great passer though, and I mean it's Melo, but Melo ISO, so it's kind of like they're both kind of somewhat ball dominant. It's weird.
Yeah, that's true.
With Luka, Dirk, I mean they're both ball dominant, but Luka's such a big guard, he's killing anybody.
Yeah.
And Dirk with that fadeaway is tough.
Yeah.
And beat AI is tough too, but your AI trying to guard Luka, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, Luka trying to guard AI would be tough too. But I think I might trust Luka just a little bit more.
I feel you.
Donovan Mitchell, Karl Malone. I mean, Malone obviously was a killer, but he had Stockton there that kind of really set him up.
Yeah.
Not saying Mitchell can't, and Mitchell is great, but I don't think I'd take him over Luka.
Yeah. Which one's the worst?
The worst? Ray Allen, Giannis. I'm gonna have to go.
Okay, who wins? Donovan Mitchell and Karl Malone versus Giannis and
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen. Prime Ray Allen. Bucks Ray Allen. Or
Sonic. Bucks Ray Allen dunking on people and just could not be stopped shooting wise.
Mr. He got game.
Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
To me, those are the worst, right? Or am I tripping?
Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
You know Carmelo's gonna give him the elbow to the head like David or kick the nuts like a Draymond.
Yeah. Giannis is strong. I think Malone is strong. I think Mitchell and Malone edge Giannis and then Ray Allen. That's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's tough. Ooh, that's tough. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. That's tough. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
So,
yeah, but Garnett, Tatum, switchable defenders. Obviously, Garnett speaks for himself. Tatum's up and coming. I don't even think is he technically even in his prime yet? Like this isn't even we haven't even the best of Tatum, I don't think.
I don't think we have. That's tough. You're right about that. Okay, here's another one for you.
Okay.
If you're down 15.5, who are you taking? You have 9 choices. Flu game MJ, jersey biting Kobe.
What was it? Jersey biting Kobe?
Huh?
Jersey biting Kobe?
Jersey biting Kobe.
Okay.
Band-Aid Wade. Game 6 Clay. Evil glare LeBron. Mouthpiece Steph. Masked LeBron,
Ooh, that's a good one.
untucked Kyrie, or Hoodie Mello.
I think if I was in a rec gym, Hoodie Mello, but in a game, let's go. I mean, it's either Jordan or Kobe for me. And it's really, do I want gambling Jordan hungover?
I mean, this is flu game MJ.
Yeah.
He's not feeling good.
Yeah. I guess you got to go jersey biting Kobe. Klay Thompson was hot though. Like,
yeah, the game 6 against the Thunder.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
he was. I might either go food game MJ or evil glare LeBron. He was like went off even on the Celtics. Went off. So it's tough. Tough. That's a tough one. Let's see here. Got another one for you, man.
Shoot.
Which one would you have rather seen? Which one would you have rather seen happen? MJ never retired the first time. Kobe and Shaq never split up. LeBron and Kobe faced off in the finals. D Rose never got injured.
I want to see what D Rose could have done with his whole career.
I agree. D Rose never got injured, man.
Jordan saw enough of championship. I'm cool with Jordan's championships. I'm cool with how Kobe and Shaq had a run.
Yeah. I would have liked to see LeBron and Kobe face in the finals. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, D Rose never would have gotten injured. I mean,
you could have settled the kind of like the back and forth people have between LeBron and Kobe.
Yeah. Also, with the D Rose thing, you could have really been like, yo, who's the most athletic point guard that you've ever seen, D Rose or Westbrook?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a shame that happened to D Rose. I mean, it's just such a promising career, such athleticism, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always vote for the guy who loses his career early.
Yeah. I'd agree with you.
Except when they do that one thing where they ask what everybody's career you want to be healthy, and you just got to choose one. That one gets tough.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now I'm sad, D Rose.
I know.
He's having a resurgence, man. Having a resurgence.
Yeah. And he's found out a way to really resurrect his career.
Yeah.
So,
because usually the common talk is like when they're like, oh, when an athletic player that only is an athlete loses their athleticism, it's over for them.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been able to kind of morph his career and find a better role for himself. And
yes, he has. Okay, let's move on to some NFL.
Ooh, not for long.
Not for long. So Julio Jones late last week got traded to the Tennessee Titans. And they're still only seen as being the 6th favorite of coming out of the AFC. Your thoughts on that, man?
At first, I was like, no way. I was like, they've got to be closer to like top three area. And then I started to look at it and I'm like, maybe it's not that ridiculous as I thought it was at first.
Mm-hmm.
They do have, I noticed that they have the Colts higher than them in most kind of rankings.
Which is crazy. That's crazy.
I'm like,
yeah, I think that put them at 7th, and I was like, hell no, they're gonna beat the Colts out. Stop that.
I was like, I do like Wentz. I think he will have a resurgence, but I just don't think they have enough.
Yeah.
Could be wrong about that. Obviously, the Bills. Steelers, I'm going to go against Ben Roethlisberger. I don't think he has a resurgence. Obviously, I like Najee Harris coming in and holding down that running back spot, which is key,
I think
essential to
Najee
their
Harris
offense.
boosts him.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like if Ben can be a game manager, maybe, but I just think he's on downward spiral. Ravens
Okay.
is interesting. The Ravens, I had to go back and forth. I'm like, are they better than Ravens at this point with that Julio? And I still haven't figured it out in my head. Browns, I do like the Browns better.
Right.
Obviously the Chiefs. But like, yeah, I think like 4th, 5th. I mean, I think you can make an argument from 4th to 6th in the AFC. I think it's fair.
Yeah. For me, it's one thing and one thing only that doesn't boost them to being
Let me guess, Tannehill.
honestly, huh?
Let me guess, Tannehill.
Oh yeah, it's Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, man. He's not the guy. He's not gonna get it done. Now, Sean Watson wants to be traded. One of his teammates said to Denver. Now,
I
if
just
he
put
got
money on
traded,
Denver to win this AFC.
hey, if him or Aaron Rodgers goes to Denver, they would boost. They would definitely boost.
That's what I'm betting on.
But if one of them goes to Tennessee,
Mhm.
Tennessee's going to the Super Bowl. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care. Tennessee's defense is going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Their offense is probably one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's now for me, no more excuses. Tannehill, get it done. Because you have 2 top receivers. I mean, Julio's coming from injury, but he should be back to being a top receiver. AJ Brown. You have the SA legend, Josh Reynolds. And then you have the best running back in the league in Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Like, y'all got to get it done. You got to get it done.
Yeah, this definitely helps Henry, they can't. I mean, we've seen in the playoffs where they just key on him and they stop him and that's it. And it's over.
Yep. Because, I mean, this is a team that made the AFC Championship 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
And the only reason they lost was a superior Kansas City. But then again, who only threw for under 100 yards? Tannehill. And I think dang near all 3 of those. So I'm just like, well, if I see you throw for under 100 yards in a playoff game and y'all still win, that means you're the problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust you for throwing the ball. The same things with Garoppolo.
Yeah, definitely don't trust Garoppolo.
So, that's why I'm just like.
I was thinking Mike Vrabel might make that call to Julian Edelman, but then I was like, oh, Tom Brady couldn't even get Edelman to come over. So I was like, there's no way Vrabel would be able to get him over. Because I was like, AJ Brown, Julio, and Edelman. Then it gets a little more interesting.
For sure. And the Titans definitely have to tighten. The Titans definitely have to tighten up their defense.
Yeah, for sure.
But
they needed to make this move because they were kind of, it was the train started to kind of decline, or you see them where their team might be going downwards.
Right, because you do have Corey Davis, but I'm like, he's not really a guy that's going to be able to get it done overall. I'm like, he's okay, but Julio's definitely better, either first or second option. You can really honestly take your pick.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, man, 4th through 6th is probably right. So I'm gonna be that medium 5th.
Yeah. I think that's fair for them. Like anywhere from 4th to 6th.
Yeah.
And there's some interesting teams that could make. I don't know what the Dolphins are going to be.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what the Pats are going to be.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, so there's some the Chargers. Like, is Herbert going to take another step, and then they're going to bring back all their defense? Like,
all right, is Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne gonna?
Yeah, I'm so interested about to see what they're going to be like. Because now you got Urban Meyer over there, you got Tebow, they're running their own.
Right.
Yeah, they're all thing going.
Tebow wearing number 85 in honor of his late friend Aaron Hernandez.
I was like, oh no.
I was like, well, that's interesting, but hey, hats off to you. you know.
Do you, Tebow? Do you?
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Like I said, Deshaun Watson could tip the scales if he can get out of Houston. If they trade him, just don't know where.
Bro, I don't like. He could be out of the league. He could be in a team. If any of these scenarios you point out to me and you tell me that's what happened to Deshaun Watson, I'll be like, okay. I mean, whatever. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I have no idea what's gonna happen in the story.
Yeah, I don't know either. So we'll have to see. But right now, I see Tennessee getting as far as the second round.
Yeah.
As far as the second round, I don't see him getting back to the conference championship. Unless Tannehill proves me wrong. He could prove me wrong because during the regular season, people, oh my gosh, Tannehill was da 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 da, and I said, y'all said the same thing about Alex Smith. Oh my gosh, Alex Smith is da 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 da, and I'm like, he'll get you kind of there, but he's not gonna win you the game.
Yeah.
You know I mean, he's not gonna hurt you. He's not gonna help you.
Yeah.
You know, that's the true definition of a game manager.
Yeah, but there's only so many like just guys that get you there, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So you gotta take what you can get. You're like, all right. You think Minnesota's like, yay, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, we would rather have Aaron Rodgers, but
Shoot, Minnesota was good with Case Keenum, and they just threw him out to
yeah, my man Case Keenum.
I was like, that's how we doing it. We just throwing him Case Keenum. Okay, y'all got it.
That was sad. I was like, oh, Case Keenum.
Yeah. In other NFL news, the Cowboys QB Dak Prescott signed with Jordan, becoming
Jumpman.
The first QB to sign with Jordan Brand, and obviously the highest paid QB to sign with Jordan Brand. So we're gonna start seeing some Jordan 1 cleats or something like that. Like, what was that? What's that?
America's team, man. When you're the highest, earning franchise, and you're the QB of it, you're gonna get certain perks, and one of the perks is you're gonna be sponsored by some of the best brands. And Jordan said, "Hey, we believe in you, Dak. We believe you're Jumpman. We believe your ankle's ready to go. So we're gonna have a big year. So let's sign you up."
Yeah.
Definitely out of the blue. Like I was like, didn't expect this whatsoever. I was just like,
yeah, right. I didn't either. From that, where do you expect the Cowboys to fall this season? Like as far as coming out of the NFC.
To me, I just want to win the division. I want to start making steps in the right direction. I want to win a division. I want our defense to go from 28th or one of the worst defenses up to at least, 16, 15, somewhere around there. Show me positive, like we're going the right direction. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to see I want to see a, healthy wide receiver core. I want to see Zeke to come back and be the reports that he's in his best shape of his life and he's not fumbling and it looks good. Our line looks good. So
okay.
I don't, it's not like, I'm always gonna think we're gonna win the Super Bowl. So
but I'm not that optimistic.
But I'm like, realistically, I just wanted to win division this year.
Hey, all I'll say is this: first game is against the Buccaneers, and we can at least put up a fight and not get blown the hell out. I mean, shit, if we win the game, I'd be like,
yeah. I'm like,
although I know Brady tends to lose some weird first, second, third games or whatever, and then they start going on a roll, so I wouldn't be too hyped. We were able to win that game, then go out and then.
Can you imagine the hype behind us if we win that game?
Yeah, well, it would be hype until we go up against Kansas City. Now, we were able to beat them too. I would be like, okay. Now I'd be like, all right, we're beating some good teams. I can see. I could start seeing it. Do I expect us to win both of those games? Hell no.
And you're going to hear Stephen A. Smith like, the Cowboys are going to blow it. When it counts, they're going to blow it. And I'm going to be here waiting for it.
Wait. It's an accident waiting to happen. He's like, right when the holidays come around, the best Christmas gift to me is when the Cowboys plummet and the rest of the Cowboys fan base is sad. Oh my goodness.
The gift that keeps on giving to Stephen A.
The gift that keeps on giving, boy. I tell you what, man. Oh, goodness. So
Do
yeah.
you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be there in Green Bay? Or
Oh, I don't think he is.
don't think so.
I was thinking he was gonna get traded to the New Orleans Saints.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be, bent on playing Jameis, which I was kind of like,
We'll see if all his funny drills worked out.
yeah, I was like, so I don't know where you go. I don't know where Aaron Rodgers goes. He might retire because I don't know if they're gonna let him go.
Yeah, he's just like, you know what, I'm out.
Because I honestly I don't know where is he going, because Chicago now has Fields. I don't think they're gonna want to get him now.
Like you had mentioned, Denver, probably the 49ers.
Oh yeah, Denver, the 49ers.
Yeah.
And then maybe I don't know.
Yeah. If you're the Dolphins, you go, hey.
Go for Tua.
You're like, hey, Tua, bro, you want to trade for Tua? But you already got Jordan Love, so it's like, what do I want to do that for?
Yes, I see. There's that.
The Raiders, I'm sure the Raiders would get in the
Derek Carr. That would be kind of interesting. I said Tennessee, but Tennessee, they'd probably want a haul.
Yeah.
They would want a haul from Tennessee.
There isn't that many spots for him.
It's really not, man. Arizona.
I know it sounds crazy because he's Aaron Rodgers, but like, who has the money? Who has the draft capital to get him? Where does he want to go? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where he wants to go either.
It sucks, man, because they have a really good team. And I don't know. I don't understand, like, why won't they give him another receiver? Like, I don't understand, like, what's the logic behind it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's
you're just wasting, you just keep every year trying to build the perfect team, and it's like you're never gonna have a perfect team. Like, let's get our best player, the most weapons he can get him, and let's go.
Yeah.
Because who knows, for the next 20 years you could just suck.
Yeah.
You could never be good again. Like, how do you know?
Yeah, I mean, look at Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's like
look at the Pistons.
Yeah, look at the Pistons.
Look at the Lions.
Yeah.
Just
because you had Favre and now you had Rodgers doesn't guarantee you're going to go the next.
Yeah.
The next guy.
Yeah, because Jordan Love, you could hate. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. That would be crazy if Jordan Love was like that good.
Right? He comes out.
It's like, oh, come on, man.
Comes out being
ridiculous.
Better. Comes out being better than what's his face?
He's better than Rodgers and Favre.
I was about to say better than Mahomes.
Yeah, you're just like, oh God, come on.
Yeah.
All the teams that don't have QBs are like, oh, come on. 3 straight QBs.
Yeah, for real. That'd be
You're just like, really? This is what we're doing here?
That'd be crazy.
Green Bay, really?
That'd be great. Give a shout out. Oh, excuse me. Shout out to switching sports. Shout out to OU winning the Women's College World Series, and 2-1 over the Florida State. Yeah, FSU Seminoles.
Our guy Derek. Shout out to Derek.
Yeah. Shout out to Derek. I wonder if he knows they won. I guess he probably does.
One of the few Florida State teams that are good.
Yeah. I wonder if he knows that they were in there and just lost. But yeah, Juarez, like Caitlin mentioned the other day, balling.
Yeah.
She was balling. And OU is tough.
Yeah, they're just a powerhouse. They're one of those teams that like just
has third championship in 5 years.
Yeah, they just got their. It's like Bama. They get their recruits. They have the power, the high powered, and just like it's hard to beat them, man.
Yep, you're UT, man. UT need to do something with their athletics. They haven't won in a long time.
Everything's Norman, bro. Everything is taken. I'm like, what's going on in Norman? Why are they so good?
No, man. I don't know.
Come on, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
We got 6th Street, bro. maybe that's the problem. Maybe there's too much action going on in Austin.
Probably. I mean, that's why most of the football players probably got in trouble.
Yeah. God, Lee.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly, man. Let's see here. We got the Euros going on. We'll, update y'all the next couple weeks on that. The French Open is going on. Djokovic beat Nadal to go to the finals to play Tsitsipas from Greece. Probably butchered his name. Tsitsipas beat Zverev. A guy from Germany. I can't pronounce his name. Zverev. It's like Zverev or something like that. Dude's name is hard to pronounce, man. Serena lost in the fourth round or third round. Coco Gauff, I was rooting for her. She lost in the fourth round. For the women, it's the battle of the it's the battle of the Kovas.
What?
Yeah, let's say what? It's the battle of the Kovas, man. Let me just put it to you like this. It is because I'm a butcher.
Is that Scar's offspring? The Lion King?
No.
I was like, hey, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it's the battle of the Kovas. If I can get it up.
Is this like the Klitschko brothers?
No. It is. Okay, wait a minute. Where y'all at? Well, it's supposed to be here. What the heck is going on there? Where are y'all, Kovas? Well, now they want to make it hard to read. That's cool. That wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, all I know is the Battle of the Kovas. I just remembered seeing that, and I was just like, "This is very interesting." Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Sounds cool. Sounds like a movie title.
Right. They really just had them. Here we go. Okay. We have Barbara Kratchikova and Anastasia Pavlichenkova.
Okay.
So
no relation, just
Pavlichenkova reached the Grand Slam final for the first time in 52 major appearances, the first Russian woman to play in the singles title since Maria Sharapova in 2014.
Oh.
And Kratchikova is from the Czech Republic, is also playing in her first Grand Slam final. So they're both in their first Grand Slam finals. They're both from Europe, but one's from Czech and one is from Russia, but they're both last name Kova.
I can get down with it.
Dig it.
The first of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who the favorite is.
I don't know. Kratchikova is 33rd in the world. She's 25 years old. And Pavlichenkova is 29 and she's 32nd in the world. So they're like right there.
Yeah. That's pretty cool because I think I would be less nervous if versus playing like a professional, like a big name person that's been there over and over again already. I think I'd be more at ease.
Now, there's a speculation if Naomi Osaka would have been there, could she have won it and been in the final, or should she have been in the finals? Maybe.
Yeah.
But hey, here's what it is.
You got to take care of your mental health first. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. For Tsitsipas, I want to say this might be his first Grand Slam final.
Ooh,
going up against
a lot of first.
Djokovic.
That's when I'd be scared.
Djokovic.
Oh, come on.
Djokovic is tough, man. He has 82 singles titles to Tsitsipas 7.
He got 7, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he's won a Grand Slam title. I don't think Tsitsipas has won a Grand Slam. And
just got to believe.
Yeah, honestly.
You already got here, so.
Right. With Tsitsipas.
Now give you buck.
I think this. I can't find it right now. I think this is Tsitsipas. Let me look that up to see if that's Tsitsipas' first Grand Slam final. These guys have tough names, but they're probably like, we have tough names.
Yeah. Talking about your art names?
Yeah.
Though Best is pretty the best.
So let's see here. Tsitsipas. If this wants to come up.
Information not found. Try again.
Yeah.
Would you like to play a game?
Oh, he's the youngest player ranked in the top 5. He's only 22 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good experience. Good experience.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I want to say this is his first. Yeah. Yeah, this is his first Grand Slam. Final. Yeah, this is his first Grand Slam final. Yeah. At 22. That's dope. If he were able to overcome Djokovic.
Your first final?
Man.
Talk about hype.
I would be like, okay, this guy might be the next up. Because remember, for years it was Federer, and then Nadal came along. Because we're like, man, can anybody beat Federer? Then Nadal started doing it, especially on clay. We're like, oh, this guy might be. And all of a sudden, Djokovic came out of nowhere. I'm like, this guy is killing it. I'm like, who else is gonna? Because it was Federer, Nadal, those are the only guys that were winning Grand Slam titles. Like you had Wawrinka win one. Who else? Did Medvedev, that guy? I think he might have won.
Say Medvedenko.
Medvedenko. Medvedev, I think might have won one. Yeah, there's a couple that won, but it wasn't like the women's, because I know the women's you've had, Serena as Ranka, Barty, other girl that was tough. Can't think of her name either. I can picture her face, can't think of her name. Then Osaka, Andreescu won, Kerber. And you've had quite a few, women win over the years. It hasn't just steadily been Serena, Venus. Like there's been a couple. I think Sloane Stephens won one as well, if I'm not mistaken. But for the men, it's always been like Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, Djokovic, Nadal.
You got more parity on the women's side than you got.
Yeah. Because the men,
Lakers and Celtics over there on the men's side.
But like, man, I don't know the last time a U.S. man has been in the finals. I think Sam Querrey was the last one. Ooh, this was like 2015, 14. It was about 7 years ago. The state of men's U.S. tennis is not good. Kind of like soccer.
Ping pong. Maybe we get down some ping pong.
Nah, we still get smacked.
Yeah. Beer pong?
Maybe. Cornholes for sure. Can't touch us a cornhole. You know, got all our brothers out here, you know, practicing out in the good old state of Texas. Don't mind me, people. Don't mind me.
We're from Texas,
last thing we have the UFC 263 preview.
Whoa. Who's on the docket? Who should I be paying attention to?
Oh man, it's gonna be a great event, man. I can't wait. Can't wait. Adesanya, Israel Adesanya, only one loss, which was to light heavyweight champion Blankowicz. Is now defending his middleweight championship against Marvin Vettori, who Adesanya has already beaten. This is back in 2018.
Has my man improved any, or has he just gotten the same?
Vettori?
Yeah.
Since then, oops. Come on. Sorry. Vettori, since that fight with Adesanya, I mean, he's on a 5-game winning, a 5-fight winning streak since that Adesanya fight, which was a split decision.
Okay.
So he's been winning.
Did you catch that fight?
2018. I did not see that one, but watching some of the highlights, I never thought that Adesanya lost.
Okay.
I actually thought he should have won by more majority instead of a split.
But, okay.
You know, it is what it is. And 4 of the 5 last Vettori fights have been unanimous decisions, with one of them being a submission. And his last fight was against Kevin Holland in April, who he beat by unanimous decision. So he's been busy. Had two fights in 2019 after his loss in 2018, 2 fights in 2020, and then this will be his second fight of 2021. So he's coming off on a little hot streak.
All decisions goes to the distance. I guess he doesn't submit. I mean, he has 1 submit, you said.
Right.
I wonder if he has knockout power.
He has 2 knockouts to his name.
Okay.
So, no. He's 6 foot. Adesanya has 4 inches on him, and he's also has a 6-inch reach on him. Adesanya is a switch stance, and Vettori is south.
A little southpaw action.
Southpaw. I have Adesanya probably getting back into winning, probably knocking him out in the. This might be a quick fight, to be honest with you. He might knock him out in the second, maybe the early 3rd round.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And Adesanya is favored by under 260. Vettori is over 210. A little bit closer than I actually thought. So we have that one. We also have Divason Figueretto versus Brandon Moreno. This is the second time that they are fighting. Figueretto.
That's some part 2s.
Right. And this is the flyweight. Figueretto's protecting or defending his flyweight title. He just fought against Moreno. Actually, that was their last fight. That one was a draw. I remember that fight now. That one was a draw. It was a weird little fight. That's why they're fighting again.
Okay.
Figueretto.
Really get a decision this time.
Yes, I do remember that fight because I was like, I remember the fight. Yeah. They fought in December of last year.
Okay.
Really back and forth. it looked like Figueretto was gonna take it, but then Moreno started coming back, and then Figueretto was like, okay, I gotta kind of clean it up a little bit. That was a good fight. That was a very, very good fight.
That's
But this
good.
will be Figueretto's first fight since then. So we should be in for a treat, man. We should be in for a treat. Moreno, meanwhile, yeah, that was his last fight as well. So they've just both been focusing on each other.
Like, we gotta do this right.
Yeah, we gotta do this right. Absolutely. Third big one on this card is the Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards. And this is a welterweight. This one's gonna be good too. Edwards is a under 625 favorite. If I were to bet on a fight, bet on this fight.
Which who are we going with?
I might have to go with Nate Diaz.
Okay.
You might want to bet on this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Put 20 on it. You might be winning you some money.
All right.
Money on this one. So I'm gonna do that. I don't have a button, but I'm gonna slap my mouth. Guaranteed. I'm just messing. Chuck, please don't see me. Nah, I think Nate Diaz, even though Leon Edwards is 18-3, Diaz is, I don't think Diaz is fighting like, I want to say 2 years. Yeah, Diaz's last fight was against Masvidal, which he lost. He got TKO'd. Yeah, it's been 2 years since he's fought.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can. I think we might be able to. I think he might be able to take on Edwards. Edwards, meanwhile, excuse me. Last fight was a draw. It was no contest against Muhammad. Back in March of this year. And before that, he had been on a good Lord. His last Leon Edwards' last loss was to Kamaru Usman back in 2015. Other than that, he's won.
Where's my man's been at?
He had won 8 straight fights.
Mm-hmm.
Up to that draw with the no contest. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and I think right now Edwards might be he's like number something in the world. He's like number, if I can look that one up too. I think Leon Edwards, if I remember looking, he was numbered 3.
Mm-hmm. So this is a fight where they kind of want to put over Edwards a little bit.
Yeah, because if he wins this one, I think
get his name buzzed a little more.
He would get a second. He would get a shot against Usman after Covington, because I think the next fight for Usman would be Covington. I said Edwards would have to get past Diaz, which I think it's weird. I really think Diaz might take him down, bro. I really do. I really do. It's weird. Because that's the thing about
Nate Diaz is the kind of guy you always want to just roll with.
Right. I take that back. Gilbert Burns is 3. So where is Leon Rhodes? Is he 4 then? I was thinking Leon Rhodes is 3. Okay, Leon Rhodes is 5. He's right behind Masvidal. Okay, so Leon Rhodes is 5. I thought Masvidal dropped farther, but yeah. So it's Usman is the champ, Covington's 2, Burns is 3, who Masvidal is 4, and Rhodes is 5. So yeah, that's what we're probably gonna be looking at. If Covington loses to Usman, I don't think Burns gets another shot at Usman. I think it would be Masvidal more than likely. I mean, not Masvidal. Excuse me. Edwards.
Okay.
Yep. But anyway, man, I think that is gonna be it for this episode. This is a good episode, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of things going on. A lot of exciting things coming.
A lot of things going on. We have some hopeful exciting news. We should be back up and running in person. So that'll be exciting to see the fellas face to face, and I can really get up and tell them they're wrong on certain things.
Like, whoa, man.
Like always, please check us out, SVF Sports Talk on Twitter and Instagram, Stats versus Facts Sports Talk on wherever you find your podcast, and on YouTube. And if you ain't got that VS, what you listening to? E-Money.
That BS.
.fm. Ding, 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 ding.
Bruh.
Bruh. Awesome. Also, go follow. I can't wait to hear that live. Go follow. Composure. Go follow the Brothers Show, Spurs versus Everybody on Twitter and IG, and also wherever you listen to all your podcasts. YouTube coming very, very soon, for sure. And that's about it for this episode. For G Money, B More will be back with us next week. Should have a couple special guests coming up in the week too, so y'all stay tuned. And for G Money, it has been your boy Marsh, and we will absolutely catch y'all next time on that.
Stats versus facts. Stats versus facts. Know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy hella black. He on the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts.
And we out. Poof.
Peace.